for an artist that began your career around 2001 when you came onto the main scene, can you talk about, you know, how people need to embrace technology? Because you came from that era, you've worked through the era before the streaming was the business, and now we're in the TikTok world where 18-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds are into that, and it's also becoming a different entity on its own. Can you talk to me how you made that transition from an artist that has lived all through that era to now being even tech savvy and getting on to TikTok and making like a full album, 2AM Vibes, that is out right now, guys? You can go and stream that.
Absolutely. I mean, a great question, by the way. You're awesome. You're really good at what you do. That question is amazing because, you know, when I first started, it was on the cusp of, you know, YouTube was just starting, right? So Africa came out just when YouTube started going, and it was a whole new thing for me because prior to that, remember, I was a producer producing for all these different artists, and we were making actual albums, like actual CDs. Remember CDs? Like, you know, if I'm not mistaken, even a tape. I don't think tape. I missed the tape thing. So it was more of CDs. Okay.
Yeah.
And we were successful with that. So, you know, it was a whole different style of distribution. You had to really put money out there because you got to make sure that you print enough CDs to put in the stores. It was a whole different concept. And I even transitioned to, you know, where Napster, remember where Napster took over? Yeah, and they were calling it stealing music. People were stealing. It was an issue for about 10 years, man, or at least 7 years. There was record companies were unsure of how to attack that and how to handle that whole thing. I remember being on a plane with the president of Universal Music when I was signed to Universal Music Canada, and we were trying to discuss how are we going to get over this because we were so used to selling CDs, and now all of a sudden people can stream music like that
and just share music with Napster, and then, you know,
that's it for free.
Yeah.
So the artist wasn't getting paid. So how are, you know, and it wasn't more, you know, the issue wasn't more how is the artist getting paid. It was more how can the record company support and pay artists like myself. So we were having an issue there. And then, you know, streaming, you know, Apple Music, Spotify came about. It's such a great idea where you become a member, you pay for the month, and then you can hear all these songs, and then they share that wealth, right? So the more my songs play, I get a bigger percentage of all that money that's coming in. So it's really very, very smart. It saved the whole thing. Streaming saved everything. You know, but I had to be, right? You had to be savvy. You either evolve or die. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I didn't want to be a dinosaur with it. I wanted to be, you know, yo, I'm in it. You know, let's go, you know?